Hey guys, it's ET Ginger. As you can see, Codex Grey Knights is out. The artwork looks fantastic. Um, that being said, the rules, well, I mean the rulebook itself is, it's up in the air. It's definitely things got nerfed and things got significantly better. That getting to it, I will start with the whatever the data sheet, the data cards for tactical objectives. Unlike orcs, it gives you the tactical objectives, but it gives you the entire deck with the guy on the front of Grey Knights book on it, which is pretty cool with a limited edition, uh, along with of course the demonology sanctic powers. But yeah, I just think that's really cool. Orc players definitely kind of wanted this when they came out. But yeah, just all the tactical objectives with the extra ones, which I'm not going to go into them right now. They're in the book too, but there's just a separate topic. I'm not too big of a fan of playing with tactical missions, but it's definitely a cool little part of the game now. Diving right into this codex, uh, the fact that it has really cool new arts that are full art, like the worlds and other things, are really cool. It does have really nice pictures, some new, a lot of old art resurfaced with colored instead of black and white like the old codex, which is also really cool. But diving into it, the war gear list is right here. You guys can pause it and read if you would like, just so you have the point values and whatnot. Big change, the PSYBOLT is gone. There is no more PSYBOLT. Not sure if I'm happy or not. Actually, no. I'll go ahead and say I'm not happy. Where's my Strength 5 Storm Bolters? What the hell? I want my wrist guns to actually be able to kill light vehicles, which are a big part of this edition, having tactical objectives secured and whatnot. So not too insane by that. Also, it also really hurts the Cyphelman Dread builds and the Cybacks. They're definitely not as good as they used to be, being only now the Cyphelman Dreads are now only the 7s like everybody else, which is kind of lame. And Psy Cannon is now Salvo. So you can't just walk around with Paladins with 4 Psy Cannons walking around shooting shit. You either stand there or half your shots. That being said, there's still Strength 7 AP4 rending. They're definitely a monster house, and I'll get to the gun that seems to be a lot better than it used to be. That being said, the models, well, the things that Grey Knights did not have, like the models that didn't really exist but they are in Codex, like Grandmaster Mordrak and whatever, have been eliminated. They no longer exist in the Codex. But that being said, Mordrak's First in the Fray ability is now in the Warlord trait. So it's pretty cool. You can get a deep striking Brother Captain, Grandmaster, whatever. Speaking of, we're now on the Brother Captain page. The Brother Captain, for an extra 35 points, can be upgraded to Grandmaster, which all it does is give you Psycho Mastery level 2 instead of 1. And the Brother Captain's 150 points. So you don't have Grand Strategy anymore. It's been eliminated as well. So that kind of... definitely not my first Warlord of choice. But if you're going to take the more generalized rule, like Fluffwise based armies, it's a good choice. Along with the formation you actually get. Sorry, Grandmasters do get an extra attack also in close combat, but whatever. But there's actually a formation where you have to take Brother Captain Grandmaster, which is one of the two formation, the formation in here, which is okay. Brother Captain Stern, Buck 85. pretty much the exact same thing, except he has a little bit extra to bring to the table, being a buck 85. He has the Strands of Fate, which he can use the special reroll one failed to hit, to wound, or saving throw each phase. However, each dice roll, the original Brother Captain Stern, obviously, your opponent gets it later. It's never been a great ability. He manifests if you successfully manifests the banishment psychic power, it targets all enemy units. Demon special within 12 inches of Brother Captain's turn instead of one single unit within 24 inches. So he's the demon choice HQ basically. So if you're going against Chaos Demons, this guy, he's bringing some things to the table, I guess. So you can just kind of deep strike him in the middle of a whole bunch of demons. They all have 6-up involves. It's whatever. Brotherhood champions are now not 100 100 points, but they're now 150. Which, I can see that. They were a pretty cheap HQ. They're pretty good. They are Psychomaster level 1s, but they only go off Sanctic. But they still have the Heroic Sacrifice and the Perfect Warrior and all that. That being said, Castel and Crow doesn't make Purifiers troop choices anymore. Neither. So, the only reason I can see Crow being used, well, he does have Smash, which is pretty cool. I'm kind of okay with that. But his sword now doesn't really do anything. It's strength user AP nil melee. It's literally like he just picked up a combat knife off the ground and called it a cool sword. Awesome. I mean, him automatically having Smash is pretty cool. And in a challenge, he also uses a Sword Strike and Blade Stance, which one of them, the Sword Strike gives him the Smash, and the Blade Shield allows him to reroll successful saving throws. And he's initiative 6, so I mean the Blade Shield might not be relevant if he kills you, but because he's now AP 2 with Smash, which is he's pretty cool. I mean he's a $1.75. He's more expensive by 15 points. But now we're gonna go to the point decreases, as in i.e. Librarian. Oh my God. Not being a $1.50, oof. They're a $1.10, and to upgrade them to Mastery Level 3 is only 25 points. So instead of paying 200 points for Mastery Level 3, it's only 135. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm very happy about that because I like to obviously gate my guys around in a blob with the telepathy one that makes them snapshot at you, snapfire. So they're immune to all the AP2 blasts and in this format and whatnot. So I definitely can see Librarians. I used to bring 2 for 400 points. I'll easily bring 2 for half that. Done. Next, Tech Marine. It's Tech Marine. Not much to say about him, except for now you can take an HQ Tech Marine. That's pretty cool. It's not an elite choice anymore. Now we're going to the Strike Squads, the troop choice. Strike Squad's got 10 points more expensive, and a Terminator's got a huge point decrease. I'm talking they're $1.65 instead of 200 points base. I approve of this. So they're obviously trying to take you away from Strike Squad based armies, making them a little bit more expensive. Not too much, but enough where it's going to count. Terminator's definitely going to be your go-to again, because they are significantly cheaper and they're just better. Sorry, 2 up, 5 up, all day, every day. Purifiers are still badasses, honestly. They're $1.25, so they're 15 points more than your Strike Squad. It's insanely close. That being said, they know Cleansing Flame again, which is really, really good. All their close combat attacks have Soul Blaze. Woo! It's pretty nasty. Not even gonna lie. I've always been a fan of Purifiers. which is a really good choice. Also, my buddies, the Paladin squads, at $1.65 you get 3 of them. So it's the same price as the Terminator squad, but you just get 3, but you get an extra wound. So you're already at 6, total 6 wounds up there, as long as they don't eat a last cannon in the face. Pretty similar. They're pretty much the exact same as they were. Not much different. So it's always really cool. But they can take a Land Raider as a dedicated transport now, which is actually I didn't check that for Terminators. Terminators can too. So Land Raiders are now dedicated transports, and Grey Knights as well. Kind of a cool thing. Not even gonna lie, they're dedicated transports now. I actually just noticed that. And it shows you how much I was paying attention when I was reading this. You can also take Dreadnoughts as elites. They're only elites now. So no heavy Dreadnoughts that are cheaper. But they are $1.25 base. So that's pretty cool. It's an extra 25 for Venerable, so it's 150 for Venerable. So they actually got cheaper that way. And more expensive the other. And the Venerable allows you to when it's suffered, it has of course the Venerable special, the rule where it rerolls on the damage table and weapon skill 5 down. I mean, if you're gonna bring Dreadnoughts now, still the 2 twin-linked auto cannons, still pretty good. There's still 2 strength 7 shots. Wreck light vehicles. They're Dreadnoughts. They're cool. I'm always taking the other stuff they can take, like las cannons and shit like that. So whatever. They're Dreadnoughts. You're gonna bring them probably. They're definitely worth taking, in my opinion. Rhinos are quick attacks now. With the repair, Rhinos and Razorbacks are now not just dedicated transports, they're also fast attack choices, which, hey, that's pretty cool. They're still dedicated transports for your strike squads, but without you can't have Cybacks. I was a really big fan of Cyback, but oh well. Interceptors stayed the same, $1.30. But I mean, they're interceptors, so you're probably going to take them in objective-based games. They're really solid at contesting. Storm Raven lost 5 points. Got rid of the Psy shot thing. They also gained back their Storm Strike missiles. They didn't have those in the Grey Knight Codex, but everybody else does. They gave them to the Grey Knights. So, and Storm Raven's always just a powerhouse anyways, flying Land Raider. You'll probably take them anyways. It helps. Purgation Squad got 10 points more, just like the Strike Squad. They're 110 base. And I'm not sure. You probably might bring these if you really want to. I don't think they're as worth it as they were. They used to be with Astrolabe. They don't have that anymore, which is pretty upsetting. Pretty upsetting, because they're pretty cool with the ignoring line of sight. And with the flamers, you could bring them 4 incinerators. They ignored the line of sight, so you park them behind a wall and shoot through, and they lost the special save, the extra save you just gave them. So that being said, it's whatever. You'll take them if you want a heavy weapons team. The Nemesis Dread Knight. Oh my god. It has 2 power fists as it has 2 power fists, not the Dreadnought fists. Big difference. So you're going to want to take probably the hammer. I'm going to say the Great Sword does not let you reroll fail to hit and to wound in close combat anymore. Big difference. And the hammer's only 5 points, whereas the Great Sword is 10, so it's basically just master crafting. But they both get strength times 2 and AP2. So, but yeah, other than that, it has the exact same things it always did, except for its personal teleporter is now only 30 points and still has the jump move. Shaving 45 points off the Dread Knight. Down. These guys are powerhouses just by themselves anyways. I'm glad to take points off of them. They used to be pretty expensive to field, but they're worth it for me. I like them. Land Raiders, of course, Land Raiders, they're the same, 250, 250. The Redeemer actually went to 240 instead of 245, but well, don't actually remember if they were 240 or not, because I used to give them PSYBOLT and they would always change the rules. Lord Khal Drogo is now Lord of War. There he is. Probably been waiting for him. He now has a AP2. His weapon is now AP2, Strength +3, and it is, of course, Mastercrafted like it used to be. He gets the Warlord trait Demon Slayer, so that's always a thing. He already knows Banishment, Gate of Infinity, Hammerhand, and Purge Soul. That's what he knows. So that's a thing. He gives you 2 warp charges. But yeah. He's kind of a badass, as he always was. And he's also cheaper. He's 245 now. Big difference. I don't know. I don't know if he's an auto-include or not. Just my personal opinion. Not sure if auto-include or just a badass. If you're going the more psychic route, I would definitely put Lord Drogo in all day, every day, because he gives you the gate where you don't have to roll. So your librarians can get other powers that they desperately need. So if you're going to go for mass spam of a giant blob of dudes, Lord Khal Drogo, put him in the front. You can deep strike your paladins around with the gate. They can also run and shoot out of deep strike. Oh, I spoiled it. That was later, if you build the Force Org right. Grey Knights Brotherhood is the formation in this book, which is a gigantic formation. You take a Grandmaster, a Brother Captain, Brotherhood Champion, 3 Strike Squads, 3 Terminator Squads, 2 Interceptors, 2 Purgation, a Dreadnought, and a Dread Knight. But if you go to the pain of doing this, that is your army. And your army gets to, when it's making its psychic test to pass for their powers, it's on a 3+. Don't know why they did that, but that's pretty awesome. Not even gonna lie. So 4+, 3+. Always nice. Other than that, doesn't really bring much to the table other than that wasn't already in the Nemesis Strike Force organization. It has the other 2 rules, which I'm going to get to after I get to the appendix, which is now where all the special rules are. As everybody knows, Purity of Spirit. Grey Knights on Sanctic only perils on 6/6s, which everybody kind of knows already. So that's always cool. The Aegis is reroll results of 1 when denying the Witch. That's pretty sweet. So you guys are Psychers, and they're just really good at killing other Psychers and demons. Well, not killing, but stopping them. They stop Psychics, kill demons. They have combat squads, obviously. Their Warlord traits Demon Slayer, as Drogo has. Has Hatred Demon special rule. In addition, the Warlord attempts to manifest the Banishment psychic power. He will success on a 2+. So Drogo will definitely be the demon killer of all time. It's whatever. It's a Warlord trait. We're in Demon Army. Gotta have the one that kills demons. Hammer of Righteousness is the Warlord and his unit will have Hammer of Wrath. That's a cool one. Unyielding Anvil. Warlord and all friendly units within Grey Knights faction 12 inches have the Stubborn special rule. Stubborn Terminators. Down. First to the Fray, as in Wardrax's ability, the one where you re-roll the dice, you automatically arrive on first turn and re-roll the scatter dice instead of not scattering. Now, that's a difference. So you can still technically mishap. High risk, high reward there, I guess. Well, lower risk than high risk. Perfect timing. Warlord and his unit have counterattack, which is really good if you're building a really deep strikey type list and you're going against like Blood Angels that really want to get to close combat. Counterattack could be the choice for you. And then Lore Master. The Warlord knows one more psychic power than normal for his Psychic Mastery level, which must be generated from the Demonology Sanctic discipline. I'm not sure if that messes up if you're using librarians to go to different ones, if you're going down like only telepathy. I'm pretty sure this might. I'm not sure yet, but I think you won't get the auto include the Primaris power, which is whatever. If that happens, it happens. So you might want to reroll Lore Master if that's the case. If not, it's just free extra psychic power. Gives you more options. Ups and downs. Of course, the melee, the Force Sword is Strength User AP 3. It's the same thing. It doesn't give you a +1 invuln anymore, which is pretty depressing. The Force Halberd does it gives you a +1 strength instead of initiative 6. So it just gives. So I guess it's just cumulative with Hammerhand. So you're probably not going to take halberds unless you really want to. Oh, well, that being said, you probably will bring halberds because they're still good. +1 strength is whatever. And strength 5, it kills things. It kills things. Demon Hammer's the same. The Warding Staff is +2 strength, AP 4. Does nothing. Nemesis Falchion, of course, is the same. It gives you an extra attack. And the Great Sword is ×2 strength, AP 2, because it's the Dread Knight one. The Demon Hammer is ×2 strength instead of strength 8. Well, wait, take that back. You got me. It's always been. Or has it? Has it always been strength 8? Either way, you're going to have strength 10 Demon Hammers because of Hammerhand. All you want. Or if you put them on the Librarians, or, well, if you put it, not a Librarian, but someone with strength 5 naturally is strength 10 by itself. Don't need Hammerhand. Don't need no man. So, yeah. I'm not sure what can take the Conversion Beamer. Oh, no. Take it back. But the captains in that can take it. It's the same way it used to be. Where is it? Yeah, it's the same. The Hurricane Bolter, always the same. The Psy Cannon weapons, as you know, are now salvo. The Heavy Psy Cannon for the Dread Knight you can choose it to be focus fired. So it is salvo 3/6 with rending. So that's pretty cool. Or you can area saturation, where you can just do the large blast like it used to be. So that's cool. Now we're to the silencers. And I'm going to let you guys see if you can notice the special rule for the silencers. That's right. Force weapon guns. What? So those regular silencers, the heavy 6 with force, or the Gatling silencer with heavy 12 with force. Yeah, that's a thing. So if you have a Purgation squad, you cast force on them, they have 24 shots that are force. They make big things disappear. And quick. Don't fail any of the armor saves. That being said, they're only strength 4, so against toughness 6, they wound on 6s, but they can't fail any armor save. Not one. Unless they're Eternal Warrior, of course. Don't know how I feel about that one. I'm going to definitely give them Terminators all day, every day. For 6 shots. That have force. It's just because they have force. It was garbage earlier, like last edition. And when the silencer was just laughed at unless you're fighting demons. Now they're kind of awesome. Actually, not just kind of really effing awesome. Incinerators are always will have Soul Blaze now. So that's a thing. So the Incinerator, they're still Strength 6, AP 4. Thank God. The Heavy Incinerator is still Torrent. So he still has a Torrent Flamer, Strength 6, AP 4. And it has Soul Blaze. So that's it's pretty freaking awesome too. So Purifiers have Soul Blaze with their shooting, Soul Blaze in combat, typically. Deep Strike and run and Soul Blaze that unit. Absolutely. So Deep Strike, run, and then Soul Blaze. Incinerate, Soul Blaze. That seems like a pretty good way to make Horde armies disappear. Alright, so this interesting one in the vehicle equipment, the Locator Beacon. Friendly units do not scatter when they deep strike, so long as the first model places within 6 inches of a model with the Locator Beacon. Locator Beacon must have been on the battlefield at the start of the turn in order for it to be used. So that's what you give to your vehicles. That's pretty awesome. And then the others are the same that they already had. But I kind of like that one. I like not scattering when I deep strike. It's always welcome. Not much has changed in the special edition war gear. The Brotherhood banner. Let's see. It gives all friendly units of the Grey Knights faction within 12 inches of the bear reroll failed morale tests and pinning tests, and then all models in the same unit have the +1 attack. So that's pretty cool. North column still gives plus Feel No Pain, personal teleporter, still has the stupid jump, psych out grenades. They got awesome. So just let this one sink in a little bit. Sorry guys, it's like 2 in the morning, so I'm a little tired. But as they used to be assault into a unit with a psyker. They went to initiative 1. No longer the no longer the case. But it now you can shoot with you can use in the shooting. So it's a range 6. Oh, range 8. Sorry, range 8, strength 2, AP nil. But it has assault 1 blast. It's assault 1 blast with Psy Shock. And what Psy Shock does: unit containing at least one Psyker, i.e. model with the Psyker, Brotherhood of Psyker, Sorceries, or Psychic Pilot special rule, is hit by a weapon with Psy Shock special rule. One randomly determined Psyker model in that unit suffers perils of the warp in addition to other damage. So you could have actually Psy Shocked them and have that one Psyker take the perils of warp, and if he rolls into the one where the wounds go over into the unit, that's I'm kind of okay with that. You don't really care if it hurts anything. It's only strength 2. I could actually kill something by itself too if it wanted to, but it's not meant to. It's meant to cause the perils, which should kill the Psyker. So that's awesome. So everybody has the Psych Out grenades, and now can take out opposing Psykers. So that's important, because you want your Psychic powers going off without them being able to negate. So that's kind of awesome. Just a little bit. The Relics of Titan. This is now an extra war gear. You can only take 1 of each, and they all cost a certain amount of points. They're back, but I don't want to flip. I'm kind of lazy. I'm sorry. The Bone Shard of Salor. The bearer of the Bone Shard of Salor has a 3+ invuln save while within 12 inches of a model with the Demon special rule. This is increased to a 2+ invuln whilst the bearer is within 12 inches of at least one model with the Demon of Corn special rule. In addition to the bearer has hatred demons. It has hatred demons of Corn. Okay. So whatever. The Curious of Sacrifice. It's basically a Terminator armor that gives you it will not die and feel no pain. What? A Terminator with it will not die and feel no pain? What? You also don't have to give this to your warlord. You can give it to any model that lets them take it. So you could, in theory, have a Dread Knight with it will not die and feel no pain. So that's a thing. Wait, Dread Knight armor, is it still Dread Knight armor or is it Terminator armor? I forgot to look at that. That's important. It doesn't have Dread Knight armor, but it does have force shielding, which gives it the 5-up invuln. So it has a 2+ save with a 5-up invuln. So it has Terminator armor, just doesn't have Terminator armor. That makes sense. So this does get rid of the sweeping advance it can do, but it will have feel no pain, and it will not die. And a lot of people know Dread Knights just don't die anyways. Lies. But they do eat a lot of shots, and regaining those wounds can be very aggravating if they can't kill them, especially if it wiped out the thing shooting at it first. So that's always a thing. The bear, the Domina Liber Demonica. The bear of this knows one more psychic power than normally for its mastery level. This additional psychic power must be generated from Sanctic Discipline. In addition, the bear and any friendly units with the Grey Knights faction within 6 inches of the bear reroll dice of 1 take psychic tests in attempting to manifest psychic powers from the Demonology Discipline. So if you roll on Sanctic, you get to reroll your 1s. So if you failed them, you probably don't want to reroll if you already have it, because you don't want to risk perils. But I think this might be in addition to the extra one you get from your warlord trait. So you could technically take 1 mastery level 3 librarian and get 5 powers. That's pretty awesome. So in theory, he could just know everything in Sanctic. That's all he needs. And just give him divination. Take divination. Call it a day. It's a joke. Divination now I'm at warp charge 2. It's a lot harder to get off, but it's such a high risk, high reward. But I do like only snap firing at my units. So they also put the entire Sanctic page from the rulebook into the Codex, because Grey Knights are totally not tired of seeing that table. Alright, now we're at the Nemesis Strike Force. So, compulsory, only 1 troop in white HQ. So you only have to take one troop. In addition, you get 1 HQ for optional. Sorry, not in addition. You can take an extra HQ, 3 troops, so you can have 4 troops, 4 elites, 2 fast attack, 2 heavy support, 1 Lord of War, and 1 fortification. So you can just take Drago for Fs. Shits and giggles. 4 elites. They're really trying to push you to bring your dreadnoughts and your paladins and your assassins out of the data sheet, which is now $16 currently, and I had a bitch of a time getting it to load. But go ahead and ruin this one. The Vindicare Assassin is 5 points more, is only AP2 instead of AP1, but has 3 wounds, and can gain, if you bring the all 4 of them, they gain preferred enemy warlord. And if he just happens to kill your opponent's warlord, i.e. fire, wound on 2+, if he doesn't have an invuln and he's only got, like, he brings like a scrub cheap warlord, just snipe him dead. And that's free victory point in addition to the victory points he gives you for first blood side of the warlord. So you could just have 1 shot with the Vindicare and get 3 victory points and call him 150 points good. Or just, shoot vehicles. He still has the same. They all do. They're all the same. But okay, back to the Strike Force. The benefits it gives you is Brotherhood Commander, so you get to reroll the result on the Warlord traits table. In addition to this, you have Rights of Teleportation. So instead of making reserve rolls at the start of your turn 2, well, from the start of your turn 2, you can make reserve rolls for any unit in this detachment that is placed in Deep Strike Reserve from the start of at the start of turn 1. These units will rely on a 3+. In addition, all units in this detachment both run and shoot in any order in the same turn they arrive from Deep Strike Reserve. So that's actually different. Not just from Deep Strike, it has to be Deep Strike Reserve. So I guess if you fall off the table when you gate and you go into ongoing reserves, they can then run and shoot when they come out. That's really risky to pull that off, but that being said, running and shooting out Deep Strike and on 1? This face. It's exactly what I was like when I read that. Alright, I'll go over the tactical objectives with you guys. Destroy the demon. Score 1 victory point at the end of your turn if at least one enemy unit with the demon special rule has been destroyed by you. In between 2 and 5 units of demon special rule have been destroyed by you, score D3 points. If 6 or more, you get D3 plus 3. Psychic Communion. Score 1 victory point at units has successfully manifested at least 3 psychic powers during your turn. So Force, Hammer Hand, and whatever F-off thing you want to do. So that one seems pretty easy. And if you manifest 6 or more, you get D3 victory points. Free victory point for casting psychic powers. Sure. No witnesses. Score 1 victory point at the end of your turn if every one of your opponent's models with the independent character special rule have been removed as casualties. Every one of them with independent character. That one's going to be hard to get. It's only for 1 point. But that way you probably tabled them at that point. Usually. I say that. Deeds of Legend. Score 1 victory point if Grey Knight's character killed his opponent in a challenge during your turn. If during your turn a Grey Knight's character killed his opponent in a challenge that was a monstrous creature or had the independent character special rule, score D3 points. Okay. Teleport attack. Score 1 victory point at the end of your turn if at least one enemy unit was completely destroyed by a Grey Knight's unit that arrived from Deep Strike Reserve. Made a teleport shunned Dread Knight, or was the target of the Gate of Infinity. So, okay. That one's probably going to be easily scored. Because all you had to do is kill one unit with the Dread Knight. That seems hard, right? Or just gate a whole bunch of Centurion Devastators. And then, kapow! Actually, I don't know if that counts. If you shove the Centurions in with the Grey Knights. Might, I don't know. Have to consult rule judges on that one. Rites of Exorcism. This tactical objective is generated. Your opponents must select an objective marker. If you control that objective marker at the end of your turn, score 1 victory point. If you control that objective marker at the end of the player turn in which this tactical objective was generated, score D3 victory points. Alright, so they're going to select one, and that's the one you're going to go for. Maybe. Yeah, probably. And it's 3 victory points, why not? And then it has, of course, the big thing, all the stupid shit. So yeah. That's, pretty much it. That's the new Grey Knights book. And the Assassins, of course, are their own data sheet, which I've downloaded. If you guys really want an in-depth look on 4 dudes, sure. They got points increasing and decreasing. They're pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. But yeah. Comment down below what you think about this. I can definitely do some combat vids, some battle reports for you guys. Never done any, so just tell me what you think. If you'd like to see it or not, I don't care. Like, comment, subscribe. I can do that too. Doesn't really bother me. So do whatever you want. That being said, if you stuck around for this entire thing, awesome. You're cool in my book. So thank you. I'm glad. Hopefully you got something out of it. You're pretty interested. It came out really recently. I'll come back with tactics after I played a little bit of games with this. So far, I'm just kind of thinking of lists and seeing what you can do with these new guys. So, seems like a very deep strike oriented army. But have a nice day.